back, everyone. I am OBG, and this is Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. We are on our Zero to Hero, the Rebirth Challenge, heading towards Supreme Leader Kylo Ren in a semi-direct fashion. And today is our first day in Galactic War. This is day 5 of the account. We've hit level 40. We'll be 41 in, a few minutes if we feel like it, whenever I feel like running through it. A couple things that have happened in the last couple of days. First of all, there is an event active. It is free malevolence shards. The nice thing about this is malevolence is our long-term capital ship for our geos. I doubt he will be our arena ship forever because eventually we'll have rebels and negotiator in there one day in the long-term future. But in the short term, he will be our first major capital ship upgrade, and having free shards of him is quite nice. The problem is it's only on light side nodes. So what I've been doing is whenever I have a choice of nodes, I farm them with light side. So if I take a look here, the med packs only come on light side. If it was a light side and a dark side, have I not finished light side 3 hearts? I should do that. So if they come on light side and dark side, I'll pick the light side node. I have not given up on farming other things. If they only have a dark side node, then I will go ahead and farm it on the light side and dark side node, because I don't want to stop my entire progression for a week just to focus on farming things that I eventually will need. And malevolence shards are super important. In the first day, I've managed to get 13 of them. So it's not bad. I am still only doing my standard refreshes, which right now is only 1 energy and 1 cantina. I probably will switch it up to 3 energy during this period, simply because malevolent shards are so critical. They come out of the guild event currency store, and they are the guild event tokens 2, which are the harder to get ones and are very, very important to use wisely. So the second thing that happened is there was an event that popped up for our good buddy Fennec Shund. So she's really sweet, really nice kit to her. You can finish the first 5 tiers of this with any at any, well, actually not any level, at level 30 or higher, which is like a day and a half in. It's a 2-day event, so you should be able to get there even if you just started. The bonus tier, however, is not something you can finish. It is the people you're fighting are level 85. You're going to need a real squad to get through that. Not a super high squad, but you will need a real squad to get through that. And as you can see, I've already finished all these. The only thing that it gives you is a Omega and some mods. So I need to get some mods from the first 5 battles of that. I can't use them because I'm not level 50 yet, but it's still nice to have some nice 5-dot mods as soon as I get mods unlocked. So with Galactic War, we are unlocked. As I said, I had done the first 8 levels, 8 battles without issue. Let's take a look at what our squad currently is. So right now we're running with the Jedi squad. Really, we're just running with the 5 people that we kind of want to keep around eventually. I don't want to throw resources into people that I'm not going to be using long term and wasting. I want to keep focus on the people that matter to me right now. And right now, the only people in this group that matter is KRU and Stormtrooper Han and and Farm Boy Luke. Han and Luke are really, really far down the line. So is Obi-Wan and Princess Leia. So I haven't done anything with them. I have other people down here I also haven't done anything with. I'm mainly focusing on our first 2 teams, which is the Jedi team and the Separatist team. So the only Separatist that I have right now is Geonosian Soldier, and he's quite strong, being already 6 stars with our Focus Cantina farm, and he is Gear 5, as everybody on the Galactic War team is, and he is 4,000 power, as you can see here. The next closest is 2,400, which is Ashoka. So it's quite a big difference between the 2 of them, and he hits super hard, and it's very nice to have on the team. But with Ashoka healing, and I also toss in Jedi Counselor heal to keep us healed up, it's been a fairly easy run up through the 9th node. Now, the 9th node is often the hardest node for you to clear. The 12th node is actually technically harder, but since you don't have to do anything after the 12th node, the 9th node is often the point that will end your run. You might get another node or two after that, but if you suffer through the 9th node and don't come out of it in good shape, it will oftentimes kill your run because you won't have the power to go into your next one. So if you have a backup team and you want to throw them in to soften something, the 9th node is often the place where you want to soften somebody up. My plan long term with Galactic War is to keep these two teams grouped together and in good shape, and use them to use the two teams together to get us through Galactic War as long as possible, and hopefully by keeping them somewhat close in stature, we'll be able to really take advantage of what's happening. And we've got two taunts here. I guess we probably should go through Chewie, but we're already started on Finn, so we'll go that way. Alright, one down. Let's get us some health back, and they're going to do the same thing. Nice thing about having Qui-Gon Jinn in this group is that he does have a buff dispel, as well as Ahsoka having a buff dispel on her basic. So between the two of them, they really do a pretty good job of keeping things in good shape. I probably should not have done that right there, but that's okay. And we're going to come out of Node 9 at full health, which is super helpful. And the other thing about this Jedi squad for Galactic War is that when Bastille comes in at level 49, when I can start farming her, she gives you the protection up, and that helps a lot because that regenerates every node. So if they're not getting through your protection, they're not wearing you down, which is the biggest issue with Galactic War, is that it's 12 battles in a row without any recovery, or major recovery at least. So here, what I try to do is I try to identify the biggest threat. Really the biggest threat is the invisible chick over here, or Sing, but I can't get her. So let's go ahead and try to get rid of Poggle, because he does have some pretty useful skills that make the rest of the squad better. And let's go ahead and make sure he dies. He is out. I guess we'll go Mace next because the other two don't scare us. I want to be able to target Sing, but I can't because she's invisible, and that's annoying. Alright, here we're going to go ahead and get rid of his taunt. Come back over here, get some health back for people, and toss that in. And finish off Mace and start on our good buddy Aurora Singh here, who is almost dead and gets healed like a little bitch. Can't believe that happened. That's okay. We'll be alright. And once again, we're still pretty close to full health. Having Ahsoka be able to give us a little top-off heal every 3 turns, and she's pretty fast, as well as having Jedi Counselor over there to really give us the big heals when needed, has helped a lot with this run. I haven't felt like I'm limping along like I am in many of the runs that I've done before, so that's been really good. Qui-Gon is starting to take a bit. Qui-Gon is still at 2 stars. He's going to be 3 stars after the arena reset at 4 o'clock, so that will get us his 3rd star, which will make him much more tanky. There's a lot of stat buffs when you get those stars. So let's take a look at the Galactic War store while we're here. As I mentioned, our first farm for Galactic War is Poggle. I picked up some shards and did 1 purchase last night, and I'll do another one here right now, and then a 3rd one after the reset at 4 o'clock. And I'm going to go ahead and farm him all the way to 80 at least, and get him, all the way to 80 shards and get him unlocked and added to the team. I don't know what I will do after that. I don't have the ability to purchase credits yet, so I will probably just keep farming him until he is 7 stars, and then focus on ships after that with the leftover money that comes in. So on to Node 11, Qui-Gon Jinn has a little bit of damage to him, but hopefully we can keep him alive. Now, one of the interesting things, the RNG is set for this. So if you have something that calls an assist, it will always call the same spot in the lineup. So like right here, Geonosian Soldier's assist calls a random ally to assist. So I hit, shoot, and I see that Jedi Counselor got called to assist. Now, if I really needed a stronger assist, like say I needed Anakin or I needed Ashoka based on the way the battle was playing out, I could end this, forfeit this fight, switch these two, and then the assist would still call this spot no matter who was there. Obviously, if you change certain things like speed and order and skill choices, it might be different. But that's a huge thing. God, that sucks so bad. So much damage out of that. And so it's something to keep in mind if you run into a situation where you really need a certain person not to get hit. They also attack the same spot in the lineup every time. So if you have somebody that's coming in with a big hit and you want your tanky guy to be there, then you can just toss him in there. All right, Tarkin, you're really pissing me off right now. And you know, like Anakin has ability block or a debuff block on his basics. So if you get him called as an assist, then obviously that's going to be even better than many of the other choices. And now we're going to try to heal up by working on these guys who don't do much damage. I shouldn't have used my assist there, but we got enough time for it to come back up, I think. And this is node 11 anyways, so as long as we get to node 12 fairly healthy, we'll be okay. Potency down is gone. No healing, so we'll get our heals back. I'd like to get a heal off before this guy dies. That'll do. That gets us almost back to full. Got a little sliver down on Qui-Gon and a little sliver down on Jedi Counselor. I'm going to save my real heal for the next fight just in case I need it. I doubt I will since it's the final fight, but we will see how it plays out. So keep in mind, you know, like I said, when you are running through these, it's worthwhile to note that if it goes poorly and you don't like the RNG that you get, the RNG is not going to change, but you can force changes in it by moving things. Sorry about that. By moving things around and finding yourself a different pattern. Oh, good. It's a Count Dooku. Those guys are super fun. All right, let's hit him hard and fast. Yep. That sucked. And one more time. There you go. He's down. That's good. That guy is super annoying. Let's go ahead and pop the heal since Soldier is down and we really don't want him to go. Dooku is so annoying at the low levels. Like higher levels, he's not that bad. But at low levels with his healing and his counterattacks, like it takes you a lot of hits to take somebody down. And you really don't want to have this dude coming at you every freaking time that you attack. The one thing to remember with counterattacks is that they only apply if the person that does the initial attack. It only counters to the initial attack, and it only counters if they can see that person. So if you have a a stealth person or something like that, you can get in there a lot easier without getting the counterattacks. You can also daze them, which will prevent the counterattacks too. So you just saw there that an issue with the AI is that they don't take into account what buffs they have. So if they have a buff preventer or a no health gain prevention, they will still cast heals. They will still try to taunt, even though they can't do anything. So one of the things that's important about finishing this last node is it's 400 crystals or tokens. So that's a full purchase. It's 10 crystals. It's 75,000 credits, and credits are a huge crunch. Plus, you're getting 2 to 3 characters with 2 shards each, which adds up over time. But the most important thing here is the money. So if you aren't finishing Galactic War on a regular basis, these last 3 nodes especially are worth 200 plus thousand credits. And if you're not finishing these 5 or 6 times out of 7, that's a lot of money that you're losing, and the gear crunch is super real in those situations. So I pick up an achievement here for finishing my first Galactic War. It gives me 50 crystals, and I am very close to unlocking Darth Vader. He's at 57 out of 80. He'll be there in a week or so. And I finished all 12 of my first Galactic battles. Finish 12 battles in Galactic War and get that. Now you'll notice we now have an achievement down here that says finish 10 Galactic Wars, get 100 crystals. And we also have, I don't think we have any more for finishing Galactic War battles, just that first one to get to 12. So actually there's 1 to 1, there's 1 to 3, and then I think 6 and 12. So it's a little minor things along the way. Gives you some money. So we are up to a decent amount of money at this point. We have, I believe it's 1.6 million, 1.5 million in credits. We have been trying to keep our main arena, our top 6 up at level 40. I have not really invested much into people that I don't plan to use. Kylo Ren is a use, so I'm going to hold on, keep him updated. Now, with the Cantina farm, I don't unlock the fourth Cantina piece until level 46. Well, I may finish Geonosian Soldier before level 46. So if I do, I'll switch over to KRU and start his farm, and then switch back to Spy when I hit 46. The other thing to remember or consider or whatever is I'm already at 6 stars on Geonosian Soldier. There is an event that gives you his ship and 10 shards of Geonosian Soldier. You can go ahead and farm him to 7 stars if you want to. I'll see when I get close to that how close I am to the event, which I believe is the next fleet event that happens in. I'll have to look it up and see if I can find the rewards for the fleet events, but I think it's the next one where they start giving you baby ships to try and then give you little ship rewards. And I can take him to 90 and get the free 10 to get me to 100 for the 7 star, but he will be my first 7 star unlock. So the sooner I can unlock him at 7 star, the sooner I can join the heroic raids. And my guild's doing, they have 3 of them all on heroic, so I really want to get into those raids to start getting those resources, because even last place in those raids is significant amount of resources. Take a look at heroic pit here, which is the lowest of the low, so it's the worst reward, so to speak. But if I get last place in this raid, I'm getting 640 crystals, or guild tokens, 200,000 credits, box with some stuff, and 1 Han shard. And we're not even on Sim. If we were on Sim, it'd be even better. But unfortunately, the guild that I joined is not on Sim, which is a shame for me. But it does also mean that I will get to do some attacks and finish some achievements with that as well by doing some attacks. So, but the gearbox isn't super relevant to me. As you can see, none of the gear here do I need right now. But this will stack up, so when I start hitting gear 8, 9, and 10, it will be there for me to use and be able to pump those people right through those very challenging farming nodes. So we'll be back in a couple of days, probably when we hit 7 star, and we'll have our first 7 star, and we'll do our first pit raid, and we will see where everything is at. I'm going to keep working Galactic battles. I will keep you updated on how that goes. I expect this squad to do very well in Galactic battles because there's a lot of healing and a lot of speed on it, so hopefully it will be doing well. Oh, Qui-Gon Jinn is already 3 star. I misspoke there. I thought I had not got him the last one. What I am doing with these 2 guys is keeping them balanced. So I'm going to take Qui-Gon Jinn to 4 star, then I'll take Ahsoka to 5, then Qui-Gon Jinn to 5, 6, etc. Anakin's a hard node farm. He's our slow farmer for the Yoda challenge anyways, and these 3, Bastila's our 4th, and she's a super slow farm as well. So Yoda's going to take us a while to get to. We're probably not going to be able to unlock Yoda at 7 stars until level 80 or so, because that's how long it's going to take us to get Bastila up there. And he's our 5th Jedi to go along with Kanan, who's will be there quickly because he's a squad arena store farm. But I want to go ahead and keep these guys moving. We will kick Han out fairly soon. I'm probably going to go with KRU in this spot long term short term in the arena, because he is part of our long term plan as far as our teams go, and he'll be needed, and he's also a really good tank. He's a self-healing tank, so I'll probably kick him in here when I start getting him, because he's going to be 7 star in probably a month, give or take. It'll take us about 15 days to finish Spy and then about 15 days or so to finish Kylo Ren, even though we'll be farming his node longer because of the TIE silencer there. So he'll be 7-star, and I might as well get him in here as a 7-star tank because Kanan's going to be a little behind that, and he's not super important to the squad. And the other thing I wanted to show you, I have been looking in the guild store ever since it opened, which was, I don't know, probably day 2 or day 3. So we've gone through 10, 12 refreshes here. Sunfax shows up in this spot right here where Night Sister Acolyte is. He has not shown up yet in those 10 or 12. He should be a 1 in 5 random appearance. So I wonder if there's something that prevents him from showing up here until you get to a higher level. Like, I know that the First Order Special Forces TIE fighter shows up right here where the TIE pilot is, and they flip back and forth. And that doesn't show up until you hit ships. So maybe there's something that's keeping him out of here. I will keep an eye on this, but I check it every refresh, 4 times a day, and he has not shown up yet. So that's what's happening. And we'll be back in a few days and hit probably level 45 soon. We are going to do the hard event for the Empire training, which will come out and give us some shards of some various people that we don't super care about right now. And that one's pretty easy, so I probably won't record that. But then we'll start into First Order, and we'll run through that one. And that'll give us shards of people we do care about. And we still can't do the indoor training, indoor Omega battles. It requires people we don't have available. So it requires 2-star characters, and it looks like it requires 2-star Empire characters. We have none of that going on yet, and won't for quite a while. So unfortunately, we're going to miss out on that event. But we have managed to get all the other events and challenges that have unlocked to complete. So good news. Keep rolling. OBG out.